As the Congresswoman from Maryland's 3rd Congressional District, I proudly represent over 44,000 federal employees who serve this nation in dozens of departments and agencies, including NIH, Social Security, USAID, Department of Veterans Affairs, and many more. Now, 2.2 million federal employees last week received an email with the title "Fork in the Road," offering a deferred resignation opportunity if they take it by 11:59 on Thursday, February 6th. Since then, hundreds of constituents have reached out to my office for more direction, greater clarity, and this is today's topic of Sarah Explains It All. Now, late yesterday, I sat down with the heads of all the federal employee unions to discuss the buyout option, and they all asked me to share the following fact. Congress has not appropriated the funds to meet the obligation that Elon Musk is offering to you. Congress has only appropriated funds through March 14th, where we have to renegotiate a new budget. And so any offer that suggests that you will be funded through the end of September, frankly, does not have the backing of Congress, and there's no guarantee that Musk will hold up his end of the bargain. Now, it is my sincere belief that instead of strengthening our federal government, this is Musk's attempt to dismantle it, to take civil servants out of the civil service and pressure career employees, experts in their fields, into early retirement. Now, really importantly, there is also, as implemented by President Trump, a hiring freeze across the federal government. So this will result in a shrinking of federal government without any strategy, without any plan to make sure services can still be fulfilled for the American people. Now, students of history will remember that we used to have a spoils system in this country in which cronyism and corruption ran rampant. We abolished that system in 1883 with the Pendleton Act and instead made sure that we had a merit-based civil service that was focused on delivering for the American people. And to put an even finer point on it, President Trump's nominee for Director of the Office of Management and Budget had the following to say about the federal employees he is seeking to help oversee. When they wake up in the morning, we want them to not want to go to work because they are increasingly viewed as villains. That nominee is before the Senate right now. Now, let's be clear, reductions in the federal workforce, again, without any type of strategy or plan, will have a greater impact than just those federal workers. If you want your meat to be inspected by USDA inspectors, if you own a small business and are seeking a loan from the Small Business Administration, if your parents, like mine, rely on their hard-earned Social Security and those checks to be delivered on time, if you, like me, want to ensure that our federal government employs the best and the brightest in cybersecurity to keep our nation safe, then these actions affect you as well. So here's what I'm doing about it. After meeting with the unions yesterday, I'm committed to working with my House colleagues to sign on to amicus briefs supporting these challenges in court. We've already seen a number of successes when challenging the president's executive orders, and we're hoping we see the same success here. And I'm going to do everything I can to support those challenges. Second, we have a confirmation from Democrats in the Senate that they will do everything they can and use every power and tool to slow down the nomination and do their best to halt the nomination of President Trump's director for OMB. And lastly, we are working right now on pulling together experts for a town hall for constituents in our district and across Maryland who have questions and concerns about what is going on. We're working as hard as we can. The flurry of activity coming from the White House is dizzying, and that's their intention. Their strategy is to flood the zone. We are doing our best to make sure we communicate as clearly as possible and be there for our constituents. Our phones have been ringing off the hook. Thank you for calling. Please know that we are on your side, and we're going to continue to fight. And I'll leave you with this. I'm sitting in my DC office, and across from my desk, I have a flag that is the unofficial slogan of many of my constituents: don't give up the ship. That is how I'm feeling this week, and that is what I encourage and implore the federal employees in this district and everybody in the 3rd Congressional District to not give up the ship.